Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. I welcome all the viewers, all the Adikailayavasis and all the participants who are part of this Uttamottama Seva to this offering of Shaktis, the offering of the highest experience of oneness with the Divine. Today, for the Shakti Avishkarana, I have 3 extraordinary yogis who are here to show how they have cracked the dimension of breath. The breath dimension plays a very important role in all of our lives. Breath is a dimension that is related to arts, creativity, thinking, exploring and expanding. In all our lives, apart from what we do every day, something that we always look upon is to have something different, do something creative. When your creativity comes out of what you already know within the logic, it'll just be exploring within already what you know, it'll just be trying out things. But when your creativity comes out of downloading something new, experiencing a new dimension, it expresses as a power. Today I have a Rudra Kanya, Manitya Jayananda, and I have Ma Anne-Marie, who's from France, and I have Manitya Swadharmananda. Now all 3 of them are going to be expressing the power of breath, but each of them in a different way. So first, I have Manitya Jayananda, who is going to be expressing the power of being able to download spontaneity with creativity. Only happens when there is intelligence and manifestation of power. Creativity can happen from an inspiration. Creativity can happen after seeing something different. You can try, you see something different, you can try that out. But spontaneously manifesting creativity is exactly where your breath opens up. The dimension of breath awakens in you. I'll be having one of the volunteers who will be giving a theme for Manitya Jayananda. She'll be downloading based on that theme and spontaneously creating a song. And I have Ma Nitya Swadharmananda and Ma Anne-Marie. Both of them will be able to download any art you tell. You can choose any artist that you want. You can give the name of any artist and any one of the art, maybe that is unknown to any one of us. You can give just the name of the art to them, and they will be able to download the art exactly as the artist drew it. They'll be able to describe it, they'll be able to download it, they'll be able to see the art in the Krishna Shilas. Now for Manitya Jayananda, I have Ma Elena, who is the author of Art Completes, one of the bestsellers book. And she's an international artist and a coach. Now I request Ma Elena to give one theme. Being an artist, you know, right, how you can think of different themes. One unique theme. Anything that you choose, you can share it with Manitya Jayananda and she'll be downloading a song. Okay, so Ma Elena has sent a different theme. I'll be reading out what Ma Elena has sent. She's given a theme where an artist was accused wrongly and was put in prison, where he started awaiting his trial. His prison cell had grey walls and he asked for paints and permission to paint on the wall. The permission was granted and he started painting the mountains, the sky, a little bit of forest far away. It was beautiful and everyone, including the guards, his guards, loved it. He asked if he could be freed, but people said no, not yet. He continued painting. The mountains were becoming more real, the sky vibrant, and he asked again if he could have his freedom. But the answer was no, not yet. Okay, so this is the theme, but I would like to add one more thing into it. You can also add the component of how Swamiji gives liberation to people from the bondage of what they think. So based on this, you can see the Krishna Shila and you can download and you are going to be singing it out. Now I request the volunteer to come up and give her the Jnananjana and the writing pad for her to start downloading and writing. Meanwhile, now for Ma Nitya Swadharmananda, I have one other volunteer who is ready. Her name is Marina and she is in the visual field of art. She's an interior designer and an artist in the New York. So now I request Ma Marina to tell name of any artist and the art so that Ma Nitya Swadharmananda will start downloading it. You can unmute yourself and you can give the name of the artist and the art, Ma.
His name is Konstantin Vasilyev. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we're able to hear you. Can you repeat it a little louder and clearer?
The artist's name is Konstantin Vasilyev.
Alright, so Constantine, can you tell the name of the art that you want her to download of that artist?
The name of the art is Vedic Russia.
Alright, so Manitya Swadharmananda, you ready? You can start downloading now. And next, we have Alka Soni, Ma Alka Soni, who is a Bachelor of Commerce from Delhi University, and she has had her diploma in art and craft. And now she is living in New York. And I request Ma Alka Soni to give one art. You can tell the name of the artist and you can tell what art you want Ma Anne Marie to download from the Krishna Shila.
Nithyananda.
Yes.
Artist name is Raja Ravi Verma and the art name is Arjuna and Subhadra.
Alright. So Ma Anne Marie, who's all the way from France, I'm giving you one traditional Indian art. So the artist that she's saying is Raja Ravi Verma and the art name is Arjuna and Subhadra. Each dimension of breath is a vast dimension, like just as they're all showing now. One is downloading a song, one is downloading the art, but ultimately when you are having the ability to download, your creativity is not just limited to seeing based on an inspiration and repeating it, but it is exploring something new, what your being relates to, how your being connects to. Now, Very beautifully, Mahasadashiva describes the power of breath in the Shastras. I'll be now chanting the Shastra Pramana for this power. It is described in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, in the 34th Sutra and the 11th Dharana. I'll now be chanting the Shastra Pramana. एवमेकात्मभावेन संस्थितस्य तु योगिनः सर्वज्ञत्वं प्रवर्तेत विकल्परहितस्य तु एवमेकात्मभावेन संस्थितस्य तु योगिनः सर्वज्ञत्वं प्रवर्तेत vikalparahitasya tu. The translation beautifully goes on, where Mahasadashiva says, within such a yogi who establishes himself in absolute non-dual oneness with Lord Shiva, who keeps himself free from all sorts of differentiating notions, the exalted superpower of all-knowing Sarvajñatvam gets unfolded in its fullness. Actually, this verse, this cognition, when it becomes a part of us, when it becomes our understanding, our experience, it starts manifesting as the power of breath. Today, not just kids, even adults, many of them who are wanting to be unique, it becomes a competition, but wherein when there is no idea or when they don't know what to do, there's lots of depression and there's lots of side effects that people go through. I have seen even in my own previous school where competition is put in as a force for us to think something different, think something creative, and we are given so many project works. Creativity happens as a joy only when you manifest it from within. Any force from outside, where people come and tell you have to do this creatively, do this differently, it never happens as an exploration. It only happens as a force where people tell, where the teachers tell you, where your friends tell you, where the peer pressure happens. You try to do something unique, but it never gives you a joy. That is why even many successful celebrities today, in the interview they say that they chose this life only to earn money or only to prove people wrong or only to satisfy people's needs. True success happens only when you are fulfilled from within, where you know the creativity, whatever you explore is what you want. Like the children in the Nithyananda Gurukul or all the Adi Kailaya who live here in the Adi Kailash, any dimension we are allowed to explore by ourselves. Many people who come from the Western world, who come from the other countries, they beautifully are allowed to mingle with the deities, dress up the deities the way they want, but as per Agamas, with the right understanding, and any dimension, be it puja, be it yoga, exploring with the body, or be it manifesting powers, exploring our own dimensions, or be it carving deities, decorating deities, celebrating, dancing, any form that we choose to. We are allowed to explore into the authentic source. When we say yoga, we are not just limited to doing one pose or bending our body because the instructor says so. But we beautifully are given the Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, and we explore the asanas as per how those scriptures describe. Even food. Nowadays outside, even food becomes a limit where the current trend is pizza or burger and you have to go and eat that. You are bound to follow it. But here, very beautifully, each of the food, the benefits of it and how Mahasadashiva has described in the Agamas is told to us. And again, we are allowed to explore into that. Anything happens as an exploration, as a manifestation gives the true joy of experiencing it. Now you can see how beautifully already they are starting to download. Alright, so now Ma Elena has sent some more that she wants to add with the story. She wants to complete her story. Alright, so when the second time the answer came no for the prisoner, he continued painting, and everyone saw that he now painted a train going to the tunnel. It was so real, so beautiful, and so amazing. And the artist asked again if he could be freed, but the answer was no again. He smiled, and the guards closed the door. When they opened the door the next day, there was no one in that cell. It was empty. The artist boarded the train and he left. Okay, so now along with this, as I told you, can download this theme and also add how Swamiji liberates from people from their bondage of them, their incompletions that they, and the thought currents that they have. What they're all looking into is the Krishna Shila. Krishna Shila is one of the sacred alchemy product that beholds the energy. It holds Swamiji's third eye energy, where any question that we put, when we apply the Jnananjana and when we look into the Krishna Shila and when we ask any question, any answer is revealed to us in highest definition. It's revealed to us in HD quality. Even these arts, now for them it can be just the description of the art, or it can be the picture, it can be anything, but it will be beautifully revealed to them in the Krishna Shila, which they're all seeing and writing. You all also can write description of that art, how you are seeing it apart from your drawing. As they're all downloading, I request all the Adi Kailaya and the viewers who are watching this Shakti Avishkarana to also hum the Mahavakya and experience the space of entanglement, the space of oneness with Swamiji. I'll now be humming the Mahavakya, and all the viewers and all the Adi Kailavasis can join along and hum the Mahavakya. You ready? You can write the description of the art. Apart from the drawing, you can write how you are seeing the art, the entire description, who are all there, what are all there, everything. You can write down the description also. For any professional, practicing and presenting might be part of their lifestyle, but being spontaneous and being able to do is something that requires lots of creativity. There are so many statistics, there are so many things that shows that how much creativity is important, and there are so many therapies for people to get their creativity activated. But here, just with one initiation and just as part of our lifestyle, that dimension of creativity naturally starts expressing through us.
Nithyananda Sadashivoham Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham 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 Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham.
Yes, Manitya Jayananda is ready. I request the camera team to now project Ma Elena. Yes, Ma Elena, Manitya Jayananda is ready with a song for the theme that you have given her. And the song is downloaded in Hindi?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Now we can listen as Manitya Jayananda is going to sing.
बंधी था वो बेरंग था वो मन लगा न पाया वो मुक्ति के बदले रंग उसने मांगा दिया गया उसको दिल पे पत्थर दिल की पत्थर ने उसने बनाया दिल की पत्थर से बनाया उसने पहाड़ जंगल की सन्नाटे को भर दी उसकी दिल की दहाड़ नदियों में बहने दी उसकी आंसू की नदियाँ अपने मन की आग को बुझने दी अब शांति और भक्ति से बनाया वो एक रेल पहरेदारों को लग रहा था ये एक खेल बेपरवाही में उसे छोड़ गए वो छोड़ गया वो चित्र विचित्र लीला ये नित्यानंद के एक क्षण की स्मरण से दे गए उसे मुक्ति दे गए उसे मुक्ति.
So now Manitya Jayananda, you can also explain the meaning as it is in Hindi. You can also tell the meaning of how the song downloaded to you.
Actually, it was a very different experience because whenever we were practicing, whenever we were manifesting it 21 times to become demo ready, it was in complete silence where I would go sit in a secluded spot and sit and download the song. And here there was so much going on in the background that there was no possibility I could use my logic and sit because everything was actually so distracting. Only when I said, oh God, this is not working out, I have to chant the Mahavakya and only let it download, that's when it happened. So it happened in Hindi. I'll explain the song. It says, so he was captivated and he was colorless, rather he was so dull and he was not able to put his mind into anything. He was not being given freedom, so instead of that he asks for colors and that he was granted. So with the stones that he had in his heart, he made the mountains. He filled the silence of the forest with the cry of his heart. With the tears, he made the rivers. And so the fire that was in him slowly started to settle down. Now, with the bhakti, with the devotion, and with the peace, he makes this train. And the gods were thinking it's just a play, it's just a game, what's going to happen? So they left him there behind, and he left behind the picture. This is the Vichitra Leela, as we say, the weird play of Mahasadashiva, of Nithyananda, where just by that 1 second of remembrance, where he remembered through his bhakti, just because of that, he liberates him, he gives him freedom. This is the story.
Alright. Now, Ma Elena, can you share your experience? How beautifully actually Swamiji's component, the story that you gave, though it is something altogether different, how beautifully it's combined in one story. You can share your experience or what you feel when you listen to this.
Hello,
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Nithyananda. Can you hear me? Yes, very good. So for me, well, the most amazing thing, first of all, was that for me the story is about Shakti. It's about manifesting Shaktis, through art, through connection to the source. So the artist in this story liberated himself through going within and manifesting the freedom in the outside world. So the world we live in that does feel like prison sometimes, Maya Matrix with its hypnosis, but he goes and develops with the divine's blessing the way out. So I think that first of all, the melody was incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I hope the real song will come out from like real recording with the musical instruments. I hope the bells will be there. All sorts of things that I was hearing. And another experience I want to point out, like that technical glitch in the beginning, and the story was cut, and it was such a powerless moment. Someone is stuck, but immediately, Ati Kailash, it's impossible to be stuck. So the host guided us spontaneously to Mahasadashiva and finding a way and liberation. And then the story itself confirmed that. That was so amazing. So loved the song, so grateful to hear and be witnessing to this spontaneous happening. Artists do need support like that, making them powerful, making them radiating Shaktis. So I think going to Adi Kailash sounds like the right thing to do. Nithyanandam, thank you.
Thank you, Mom. Yes, and surely Adi Kailash is the one-stop solution for anything, art, creativity, anything. Now, next, we have Manitya Swadharmananda also ready. Now I request Ma Marina to be projected. And Ma Marina, now Ma Nitya Swadharmananda is going to be sharing what she saw in that art and what she has downloaded.
Nithyanandam. So what I saw in the title that you gave me when I projected into the Krishna Shila was the first thing that came was a Vedic Pandit. He had a book in his hand and he was facing towards the opposite direction. Second was like this palace structure which was very like huge and colorful. The third thing I saw was a lot of books. Books was something that kept repeating, like it just came on and on and on. And then there was a lot of smoke in the background, and there was a lot of gray color in the background. Apart from that, one thing that was very prominent was a huge crowd of people with a lot of banners and flags and sticks, and it was a very colorful scene. And the fourth thing that came up for me was a lady holding an aarti in her hand, and she had a hood over her head.
Alright, now Ma, Marina, can you share what her
That is
revelations about
very
the
interesting. Nithyananda?
Yes, Ma, go ahead.
The art was done in 18th or 19th century, and I was a small child. I was only 6 years old when I fell in love with this painting. Actually, the painting represents the lady, the very last scene that you sent, that the lady that holds the serp. And her eyes, probably the rest of the picture that you saw, a lot of people, the books, the buildings. You can see all in her eyes. It's a great story. It's a great history and great roots. I was actually surprised. I only discovered today that the art name is Vedic Russia.
So now, as an artist, what do you feel about this ability or this power
Because
of being
nothing
able to...
represents Vedic there. I was so surprised that the artist himself couldn't put all this knowledge into the Vedic knowledge, into the visual elements. But he did it through the eyes and through the sky of the painting. It's just amazing. It's just, I have no words how the feeling of the painting is there, what you describe. It's exactly what it feels like.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma. One thing I would like everyone to understand is, see how beautifully, not just that lady that she described, as she told, she's described the story of what context that painting was from. Understand, just to see and copy a painting anybody can do, but the context behind the painting, something that was drawn in the 80s, it is it is something very unique and extraordinary of being able to tell and describe and exactly not just tell about the painting but also the story behind the painting. Now, Ma'am Marina, do you have the picture, or can you project or show the original painting of that picture so everyone can see that it is just like how she described? The exact picture that you wanted her to download, can you project that picture and show it to us in the camera? I request the vision team to project Ma Marina. Ma Marina, you're able to hear us? Alright, now as Ma Marina is, as we try to get in touch with her, looks like there's some audio problem.
Yes, I'm going to send you the link.
Alright, you can send us a link and we can project that picture and show. It'll be better if you show the picture that you wanted her to see in the camera. Now, meanwhile, as we connect to her and get the picture, now I request Ma Anne Mary to share what she saw. This is her first demo, her first Shakthi Avishkarana that she's doing, and with lots of courage she came up and sat onto the stage. So now I request Ma Alka Soni to be projected, and Ma Anne Mary, you can share whatever you saw in the Krishna Shila, how the whole scene appeared to you.
Well, I know Arjuna. I didn't know anything about Subhadra. I know it's the Mahabharata war, and what I saw was Arjuna in a chariot, and that's what I started to draw, and then I put Subhadra in front of him. Actually, he's a friend of Arjuna and maybe part of his family, but as Krishna explained, more than explained, made Arjuna understand that he had to go against all these, and so that's what he's doing, and he's sending lots of arrows onto Subhadra, and eventually around the people that are all around him, because it's on the battlefield. And at one point I thought, my God, I forgot to put Krishna. So, and there was no place for him because I had placed Arjuna on the chariot. And then I realized that he couldn't be driving the chariot in front of Arjuna. I had to be behind, so I didn't forget anything. I mean, he was supposed to be behind. That's it.
Alright, so we have Anne Mary. Actually, it is something interesting. She doesn't know, she only knows, as she said, she only knows about Arjuna, and she was able to recognize or understand that Subhadra was of his family. And the very first time that she is downloaded, I'm actually, if you sit more and if you spend more time with the Krishna Shila, you'll be able to get into the more details. See, one thing that you're seeing, that the war is happening and you're describing the war, and one more scene that you're seeing is Subhadra as part of Arjuna's family and you're describing that, right? So if you actually sit and spend more time with the Krishna Shila, you'll be able to get more details of what it is. It is just, now you're only describing who is Arjuna to Subhadra and the scene of it. but you'll also be able to exactly get into what is Raja Ravi Varma's art that she's showing. So if you can connect to her, and if you sit with the Krishna Shila, you'll be able to download with complete details, and you'll be able to tell her that. So, Ma Alka Soni, actually, you can share whatever you felt or what is your experience with this. But also one thing that I would like to convey is, now as it is the Uttamottama Seva, we'll finish the offering, but one thing I would really like is sit, and she'll be continuing, she'll download, she'll be using the Krishna Shila, and she'll be downloading the entire art, and she'll be revealing the art the exact way you want it. So exactly as per the Raja Ravi Varma's art, she'll be downloading it. And Ma Anne Mary, the first time that you have come, I really just hum the Mahabhakya, continue to download, it will exactly show, the right art will be revealed to you. And now we are going to be projecting the art that Ma Marina wanted Ma Nitya Swadharmananda to download, and the exact art that she downloaded, and it was revealed to be correct. So we are going to be projecting the art that Ma Marina has sent us.
Can you send picture?
पहले पिक्चर भेज दो।
उन्होंने कर दिया है मगर वो नहीं हुआ था मेरा।
नित्यानंद महासदाशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद महासदाशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद महासदाशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद महासदाशिवोऽहम्
Alright, now you all can see. I request Ma Marina also to be projected. You all can see exactly as how Manitya Swadharmananda had shared about a woman in the picture with a hood kind of thing on top of her, and exactly as she described, you can see the art that is in front of you all, that is being projected to you all. And as Ma Marina shared, this part of the picture was also told with a story, as Manitya Swadharmananda was sharing about the rest of the picture. Other than this, she had also revealed exactly the context of this art and the story behind this picture, that was also revealed. This is exactly what happens when you start exploring to the dimension of creativity. It is not just about seeing that art and being able to copy and draw it, but having the intelligence to look into the depth of why that art was made, the story behind, and expressing the intelligence along with creativity is how the dimension of breath manifests. And as Ma Elena was also saying, all the artists out there need a breakthrough in the field of art. And this is an extraordinary breakthrough that Swamiji has given to the entire field of art and all the artists and the dimension of creativity itself. And life in Adi Kailash is all about just exploring this dimension of creativity as normally as part of our very lifestyle. And with this, I would like to offer this, the power of breath from the space of oneness with Swamiji at Mahasadashiva's feet and at Swamiji's feet. And I thank you all for joining us in this Shakthi Avishkarana and being part of this experience of entanglement.